Hello students, welcome to my channel School Success. In this video, you will learn about asteroids, meteors, meteorites and comets. So let's get started. Look at this figure. It is showing an asteroid. So what is an asteroid? It is basically a small, rocky, airless fragment that orbit our sun, and they are too small to be called planets. So these broken pieces of rocks and planet-like bodies, they are also known as planetoids, right? So asteroids that pass close to the Earth, they are called near-Earth objects. Can you see the asteroid belt in this picture? So the belt of asteroids is called asteroid belt, and it lies between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. It lies between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. So the region between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter where many asteroids are found, that is known as asteroid belt. So this is the largest asteroid called Ceres, and its equatorial radius is around 476 kilometer, and it is considered as a dwarf planet. So these are different celestial bodies, and just to make you learn in an easy way and you able to identify these properly, this is a figure. Just have a look at this figure. First one is the asteroid, which is a small rocky planet. Then second is a comet. Then you have a meteor, then meteorite, then fireball, and then meteoroid. So we'll be learning about all of these in this video. So let's check what is a meteoroid, what is a meteor, and what are meteoroids, right? Meteoroids are chunks of rocky and metal debris hurtling through space and orbiting the sun. So can you spot the meteoroid here? This is the meteoroid, right? So some of these rocky pieces of this rocky material, they burn when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, and then they become meteors. So this is a meteor. It can be seen as a bright streak of light flashing across the sky, and they are also known as shooting stars. Many large fragments of rocks complete the journey to the Earth's surface without getting destroyed. So these are known as meteoroids. Check here. This is a meteoroid which is hurtling through space and orbiting around the sun. And some of these, they get into the Earth's atmospheres from space, and they are known as meteors. In the space, we have a meteoroid. When it gets into the Earth's atmosphere, it is a meteor or a shooting star. And the one that reaches the Earth's surface without getting destroyed, that is called a meteoroid. So again, in this, these are the asteroids, and the one in the space is known as a meteoroid. The one that gets into the atmosphere of the Earth, that is a meteor, and one that reaches the Earth's surface, that is a meteoroid. Some recent major meteoroids, they falls on Earth, and they were in Vladivostok, Russia in 1947. Just check the size of the meteoroid that actually falls on the surface of the Earth and was captured by the people of Russia. Then another one, a meteoroid fall was seen in Barwell, Britain in 1965. Then another one, meteoroid fall in Mahadeva, Bihar, India. Can you see the pit that it has formed while it reaches the Earth's surface? So let's study asteroids. What are asteroids? They are small, rocky, airless fragments that orbit our sun, and they are too small to be called planets. So these broken pieces of rocks and planet-like bodies, they are also called planetoids. So those asteroids that pass close to the Earth, they are called near Earth objects. Largest asteroid is Ceres, and its equatorial radius is 476 kilometer, and it is considered as a dwarf planet. Dwarf planet. Then there is a belt of asteroids between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. And this belt of asteroids that is between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter is known as asteroid belt. Students, do you know how do we measure distance in space? It is very difficult to measure the distance in space using an ordinary unit. We cannot think of even measuring a distance in space using an ordinary unit. So then what is used? Light year. Light year is used to measure such a big distance. And what is a light year? It is the distance traveled by, distance traveled by whom? Distance traveled by light in 1 year. At what speed? At speed of 300,000 kilometer per second. So what is a light year? Light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year at speed of 300,000 kilometer per second. Let's now learn about meteoroids, meteors and meteorites. So first, meteoroids. So these meteoroids, they are chunks of what? Rocky and metal debris. Rocky and metal debris which are hurtling through the space, which are hurtling through space and orbiting the sun. So meteoroids are the chunks of rocky and metal debris hurtling through space and orbiting the sun. So some of these rocky pieces of rocky material, they burn. When they burn, when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, They burn while entering the Earth's atmosphere from space. These are then known as meteors, and they can be seen as a bright streak of light. They can be known as a bright streak of light flashing across the sky. Flashing across the sky, and hence they are known as shooting stars. Then many large fragments of rocks, they complete the journey. Journey where? To the Earth's surface without getting destroyed. They are not destroyed at that time. Without getting destroyed. These are then known as meteoroids. So let us check some recent major meteoroids that fall on the surface of Earth. So one was in Vladivostok in Russia in 1947, another Barwell in Britain in 1965, another in Northern Ireland in 1999, another in France in 2011, another in Chelyabinsk, Russia in 2013, and the latest Mahadeva, Bihar, India in 2019. So you can remember it like this: VBIFCM. So very best information for clearing maths. So very is Vladivostok, best is Barwell, information is Ireland, for is France, clearing is Chelyabinsk, and math is Mahadeva. The last topic is comets. Now, what are comets? They are objects. They are made up of dust and gas. Objects made up of dust and gas. Objects, comets are objects made up of dust and gas and held together by ice particles. Held together by ice particles. So comets are objects made of dust and gas and held together by ice particles. They revolve around the sun. In elongated orbits. They revolve around the sun in elongated orbits, and the ice particles, they change to gas when the comet nears the sun. The ice particles change to gas when the comet nears the sun. This vaporized part forms a long tail of gas and fine dust. Right? So comets, they are objects made up of gas and dust held together by ice particles. They revolve around the sun in elongated orbits. The ice particles, they change to gas when the comet nears the sun, and this vaporized part, it then forms a long tail of gas and fine dust. The most famous comet is known as Halley's comet, and it appears in sky every 76 years. It appears in sky every 76 years. So this is the time it takes to complete one orbit around the sun. It was last seen in 1986. So when it will be seen next? In 1986 it was last seen. You add 76. So there is one question which I want to address. The question is, can we identify planets amongst the stars? Answer is yes. Why? Because they shine brightly. But they do not twinkle like stars. We can identify planets amongst the stars because they shine brightly and they do not twinkle like the stars. So, can we see Venus in the sky? Can we spot it? Yes. When? It can be easily located early in the morning. Early in the morning. Why early in the morning? Because it sometimes appears in the eastern sky before sunrise. So Venus can be easily located early in the morning because it sometimes appear in the eastern sky before the sunrise, or it can also be spotted in the evening when it sometimes appear in the western sky just after sunset. Right, as a very bright object in the sky. So although it is a planet, Venus is known as what? Venus is known as evening star or morning star. So the question is, why Venus is known as evening star or morning star? Because why? Because it can be easily located early in the morning because it sometimes appear in the eastern sky before sunrise, or in the evening when it sometimes appear in the western sky just after the sunset as a very bright object in the sky. Can we locate Mars in the sky? Can we locate Mars in the sky? Yes, we can locate Mars in the sky because it appears reddish in color. It appears reddish in color in the night sky. We can locate Mars in the sky because it appears reddish in color in the night sky. I hope you understood the topic well. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe my channel and press the like button